So we have this system. The Father, the Striker, and the Lord of the Earth. Archetypes, symbols, gods, whatever you want to call them. And when I wrote this book, we were living in a very different world. And I was thinking, yeah, hey, we can use this symbol to talk about how men can balance parts of their lives. Like I said, the warriors a lot of times need a little bit more Lord of the Earth. They need to balance things out. Everybody needs a little bit more of the Lord of the Earth usually, but the Lord of the Earth usually needs a little bit more of the Father. If you're partying too much, you need a little bit more order, and you need to rein things in and make some rules. So I thought it'd be a good system to talk about the important parts of men's psyche that are all the same, the things that we all have in common, because that's what's been really important to me. A lot of you are part of a group or a part of a particular religion, and that's what you do, and that's good, and that's how men are supposed to work. My job is to try and sit in the high seat for a little bit and see how everybody works. Like what's always the same and what's always meaningful. And we're living in a world right now where they're trying to destroy the idea of excellence. The idea that there is something better than anything else in any way. Ideal forms are anathema to so much of the culture that we're facing. And so, me trying to do my job, I want to look and see, man, we have so many groups of men from all around the world. What can we agree on? Yeah, we all have different religions, their doctrines, and all the different points and whatever. But what would everyone at this conference agree on? What do we have in common? What's the same? What is a truth that is self-evident? That seems almost as if it's holy and comes from somewhere higher. Because it seems obvious to us, but it's being challenged everywhere. I think we can all agree that it is better to be strong and athletic than it is to be weak. Seems like common sense, definitely in question. Can we all agree that it is better to be courageous than it is to be fearful? Can we all agree that it is better to be robust and healthy than it is to be sick? Doesn't matter what religion you're in, it's all the same. I think we can all agree that men and women are different and that they should be. It's better to be beautiful than it is to be ugly. It's better to be intelligent than it is to be ignorant. It's better to be competent than it is to be incompetent. It's better to be industrious than it is to be lazy. It's better to be independent than it is to be dependent. And it is better to be a free man than it is to be a slave. That's a pretty good order. I think we can all agree on that. But they're tearing down statues, tearing down ideals, saying this is the new beauty that we made up yesterday. This is the new version of health that happens to be obesity. Saying we should all be chemically altered in the same way. Gender doesn't matter. Men and women are the same. And they're really trying to destroy everything that means anything to us. Our sense of order, our sense of differentiation and orientation. I get emails from people all the time asking me, how can I find my purpose in life? What should I do? Well, especially in the past 2 years, if you don't see a mythic struggle, you're not paying attention. I don't even know what to tell you anymore. There are dragons to slay. Order is under attack by forces of chaos. forces of the void. And they sound nice, and they're like, oh, we should just be nice and everything should be okay. But we have a choice to try and protect those or not. And it's always been the job of men to try and make order out of chaos, to try and hold that back. Though it's always been the job of men to create order, to champion order, and to perpetuate order. And all these mythic struggles and mythic heroes, they're just idealized versions of what we have to do and what our job is. And they represent men who lived in other times, but our time is now. These are our fights. These are our serpents to slay. So, if you need a motivational speech at this point, because everybody loves a motivational speech, I've been doing this for a long time. It's my job to research what men look at, what motivates them, and what they see. And I can tell you that the speech, it's always the same. It's the same speech. It's been written 1,000 times over and over again. Every motivational speech is fundamentally the same. They just change the details. So it goes something like this. Band of brothers, will you tolerate this injustice? Will you suffer this indignity? Will you rise up and fight to protect everyone and everything that you've ever cared about? Do not let this world, this beautiful world, collapse into darkness and chaos. If not you, then who? And if not now, then when? I see in your eyes the same fear that would take the heart of me. And there may come a day when the courage of men fails. But it is my sincerest hope that it is not this day. Stay solar. Thank you. I guess I can take questions. I think I have 10 minutes. I wasn't sure how it was going to work out. Yeah, hit it.
Great speech, Jack. Thank you. So, your 4 tactical virtues: strength, honor, courage, mastery. What would you say is the best action plan to cultivate all 4 of those in your life, let's say today?
Today, all right, go surround yourself with men who represent those values to you, and put yourself in situations that challenge each of those virtues. I mean, that's the strategy, really. So, I always say, go do some martial arts. That's the best way, really. But anything else? All right, good to go.